Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Ramone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are checking out The Boys. This is season 4, episode 4. And wow, what a season it has been. I cannot wait to see where we go from here. And let's maybe start getting after Homelander, huh?
You know, you guys are the real MVPs of this channel. And I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to keep it up. Because I love this show.
Yeah, all the wild twists and turns that you would expect from The Boys, but creeping up on halfway through, so I'm expecting a lot of story.
First 3 were very interesting. I can't wait to see what episode 4 brings. Let's go!
Burn it down. Burn it down.
1987.
Oh, it's the lab and everything.
Oh, this is awesome.
Folks, let me know, is that like a callback to the comics there with all those suits?
Hey, Marty. The security cameras upstairs just went black. Hey, Phil, you copy? Phil.
He's on his way.
Hold on. Tell them we have a breach.
The line's dead.
Oh,
you're all done.
Yeah,
all
at this point, you might as well.
Yeah, that pistol's going to do you a lot of good.
Maybe they think it's a human.
Yeah, that's true. He's got a cake.
Hey, Marty. Good to see you. You too. Oh, my God. This is just so surreal. I never thought I'd be back here. So many memories.
Oh, is that him as a boy?
I brought up Fudgy the Whale. Do me a favor. Could you get a plate, some forks?
Oh, God, the tension.
A lot that I recognize. Frank and assistant director now, Marty. I still remember when they had you wiping out the stool sample containers. You remember? Where's Barbara? Last I checked, she's still director?
She's off site today.
Oh, bring her in, would you? I'd love to catch up. Tell her it's a little reunion. Terrific. All right, everyone, dig in.
Well, you know as well as we do
Come
that.
on, don't be shy before it melts. There you go.
Oh, makes it easier to laser everybody if they're all close together.
It does not matter where they are for him.
That's a relatively tame start to The Boys from what we're used to.
Oh, is he going to pass out in the shower?
He ain't got no pressure on that shower head.
Oh,
dude,
man.
What is that?
It's like a eel or something.
Oh!
Oh!
Get up.
Oh. Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry, your father's condition meets the criteria for brain death.
Might not seem like it, but it is the most humane thing.
Humane? You're pulling his feeding tube so he starves to death, right?
Huey, it's what he wanted.
That's how we're losing Simon, huh?
He needs some compound V.
Don't.
I'm sorry.
Look at you being smart right there.
He's going to get him some compound V. See? Yep, that's what he's thinking.
Oh, boy. How's this going to go?
What is this? I don't know. Who's uncultured now? My dad used to play this all the time in the car, and I'd fall asleep to it in the back seat. When my mom wasn't on my ass in my grades, she was a federal judge. And there was this Russian mafia thing in Brighton Beach. My mom was going to make an example out of it.
And
So they made an example out of my mom. Some guy broke in and they found my parents first. Then my little sister. The gunshots woke me up. All I saw was his ankle. These scars, all these burns, maybe.
Oh, no.
Just like Rick Grimes when he was under the bed, met eye to eye almost. Obviously different, right? But
that ankle thing's going to come back.
Yeah, well, how's he not seen it already? I mean, granted, they haven't seen each other for years, I guess, so.
Let's call in Stacy and Mark. We need to get an announcement ready. What? What are they doing?
Oh, no.
Oh, is Firecracker doing a show? Yep.
Truth bomb, yep.
VNN is handling the launch of Firecracker's show. Heroes, you have your talking points. So, everyone, get to it.
Are we not going to get an answer on Sage in that last episode?
Hey, so I was thinking over lunch we could order some of those fried pickles from Flavortown, or just skip straight into Flounder Pounder Special.
I find you repulsive in a way that's difficult to quantify, and I'm fucking amazing at quantifying, so.
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
One last piece of the puzzle. Figured this could be your big finish.
You're one of the good ones.
Well, we are the new kids in the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta look out for each other.
What do you think it was? Something from her and Starlight?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's something on Starlight, but that look at the end was interesting that she gave her on the way out.
Now, I know a lot of you probably know me from a podcast, but VNN gave me the next 6 hours to bring you.
6? John Boyd.
What the f? Is he doing now?
Bringing him back in.
No. I don't trust him. I don't. And you're insane if you do, okay?
Look, Lord knows I got problems with the guy, too. We both do. But this is bigger than us. That shit Homelander and Sage are talking about, that's some end-of-time shit. Team has shot one total asshole, and we need this.
Whoa. All right, then.
Now, what's our next move?
You get me 50K from the company, and in 3 hours, I'll have all the dirt we need on the Umas guns and ammo.
But there is no way I'm letting you out of my sight for 50K.
All right, then. But I'm warning you, you ain't gonna like it.
And freaking when he does that smile.
How about a game of waste paper basketball? You win, I'll let you knock off early and go see the fam.
Okay.
Excellent. I'll start.
God, the tension with this scene.
I learned this game from you, Frank.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand. Yeah, you were sitting there, and I was in this oven here, and you made the shot. You did a little fist pump to celebrate, and then you turned up the temperature, see if you could burn my skin.
This is where they tested him.
Yeah, I was in there, screaming in agony, and my tears just sizzled away.
Oh, it was that hot?
Oh.
People standing here taking notes, but behind them, I saw you make that shot. Really was a great shot, Frank.
I was just doing my job.
Wrong answer.
Hey, Frank, this is my last shot. Why don't you go and watch from in there?
Oh, he's putting him in there.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's done.
Because he's going to
Get in
recreate
the
it.
oven, or your family goes in with you.
Please, Homelander, you don't have to
Marty.
He's going to do a fist pump and... Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? Why?
Oh, no.
You were just doing your job, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Oh, that place is heating up fast.
He's burning Dave, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was like a slow build, but no, that...
Oh, God.
Oops. I bet you would have won. I forgive you.
Well, that's how it goes sometimes.
Oh, he's not a soup.
No.
No.
Pretty clear.
Well, he could have been a soup, but just not,
Not
flame resistant.
to that. That
True.
heat.
Good correction.
I don't know. He should be here any minute. Thanks, by the way, for being my muscle.
I mean, she is one of the better ones to have.
Oh, yeah.
What the shit is this? Where's the talking goatee with the gold chains?
It's okay.
Talking gold.
I need a dose of Compound V, and I need it today.
Homelander has every vial of V locked up in his apartment.
Well, he's not gonna miss one vial then. You gotta find a way.
No, it's too dangerous.
You owe me.
I owe you?
Because you took away someone I loved. Now you're gonna give someone I love back.
What?
My dad's about to die. V's the only thing that can save him.
You can save somebody for real.
What makes you think I give a shit?
You tell me.
If I do this, we're good. Forever?
Yes.
Oh, forgiveness? Is that what we're going to see here?
Believe it is.
Huey finally forgiven A-Train? Oh, shit.
Oh.
I knew... Oh!
That ruler's nice.
Where are those guys?
I don't know if it's going to be sturdy enough, but hey.
Lights, shining light, shining light. Why are they after us?
Kind of.
Kind of.
No, I can't run anywhere. I can't.
That's not gonna stop bullets. Oof.
Okay.
Oh, she's showing him where to attack him.
Lovely. They didn't have to do Joe Cocker like this. They did not. They did not do Joe Cocker.
There's nobody there watching.
Well, remember they're trying to provoke Starlight here by putting it out in front of her.
Right in front of her place.
Straight up web weaver stinky spider. Heroin enemas don't come cheap, my son.
Never want to see that nasty shit.
Well, I fucking warned you, didn't I?
White trash walking.
You don't talk to Kara like that.
Just weren't sure whether you wanted us to kneel before you cross or burn it.
That's all I see, by the way, when I see
Killed
her.
my friend.
Yeah, crying shame, that. Remember that magical summer when you was 28, working as a counselor at the Capes for Christ Bible Camp in Davie, Florida? And you met that lovely 15-year-old boy who tickled your fancy and ring any bells? Here's a little keepsake snapped by the Broward County Sheriff's Department that you can stash in your wank bank. You and your little Bieber edging in the back of your RAV4 and
Whatever voodoo boss lawyers pulled to get your statutory charges dropped, I don't think they're gonna matter too much to your evangelical audience back there.
You're gonna tell us everything you know about Sage and her grand plan. Or I hit this little tweet button there.
Wow.
How about I just send it myself?
Oh, there goes your leverage.
Around and find out. Ain't no way to sugarcoat this. I had inappropriate relations with a sweet young man. But that young man, he was 15 years old. The moment of my greatest weakness was also the moment that pushed me to my eternal salvation. And my sins were washed away by the tears of his love.
Praise the Lord!
Oh, my.
Choose to turn into the light of his love. And that's what Starlight, she just didn't do. Y'all ever hear that story about her very first save? But what they don't tell you is that she blinded one of those hostages that day, smiling for those cameras.
Oh.
Starlight's no hero. I was still learning how to control my powers.
Her own team is doubting her.
Well, whatever you attempted, seems you have failed.
Not so fast, Frenchie. Keys to a trailer. Go give that to us, will you?
Jeez.
The Confederate flag.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Is he going to pull it off?
Is that magazine going to come back in some way, shape, or form?
Oh, I'm wondering. Yeah, 'cause the pages were blown open.
Yeah, the pages blew open.
Yep.
I wonder if Homelander's super attentive of what his place looks like when he leaves. I got to imagine Homelander's going to know one's missing.
Of course.
Look at that.
Oh, my God. Oh, girls.
Marty. There's some red shirt.
I'd like to apologize. Look, I guess I got a little grumpy. And I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? Of course. You were always one of the kinder ones.
That's right, John.
Homelander.
I was always nice to you.
Yeah, that's right. You were. Mostly.
Oh, there it is.
Well, you remember the nickname you had for me, right? Really? Squirt. You called me Squirt, silly.
Would pee his pants.
Silly.
He would pee his pants when he got hurt really bad.
Oh, Marty. Okay. But you do remember, though, that I used to be left in there for hours, days on end, completely alone, right? Only, I was never really alone, was I? Big Brother was always watching. You were always watching. Were you, Marty?
Oh, this is going to take a creepy turn.
Mm-hmm. That when you did your rounds at night, I had about a couple of minutes to myself to do what boys do. and that would be the only time of day that I would feel anything good. So there's one night, I couldn't get finished in time. And you caught me with my pants down. That's when you nicknamed me Squirt.
Oh, he's eating that bar.
Yeah, his head is getting thrown up against it.
You really hurt my feelings. I am very sorry.
Too late there, Marty.
What's done is done.
Right into that door handle. Right into the door handle.
But stay there a sec. I do want you to jerk off in front of us right now. Hey, guys, come on over here.
First deep, now Marty.
I am really very sorry. I know. No, don't be shy. Take your pants down. Now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. This is happening.
That's the spirit.
Or this is going to be like deep where he stops it.
I think he's
I don't think, yeah.
Well, clearly he's toast, but just how?
Yeah.
Marty, it looks like you're shucking a little mushroom. Oh, that poor little thing.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we're not off to a great start, huh? Tell you what, I'll give you a little motivation. You get hard right now, or I'm going to lazy your off.
Oh, no. Oh.
Something to play for now. Use it or lose it, Marty.
Face.
Oh, my God.
I can't. Come on, Marty. I'm sorry. Honestly, it happens to a lot of guys. Truly. Not me.
People flinching when he turns around.
Oh!
Oh my God. Oh.
Stop it, John.
I mean, we can't really feel sorry for him at all.
No, just shot.
Please put him out of his misery.
Oh, we're doing it that way.
Oh, that might make me puke.
I thought he was going to laser him.
That's what I thought, too.
Oh!
In the eye.
We go from dicks getting burned to eyes getting taken out.
Yep.
Oh, it looked like that was actually right below his chin.
Oh!
Oh! Mm-mm. Come on, Huey. Hey, he put a bomb. Oh!
Oh, shit.
Oh!
Jesus, man!
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Just a little extra spray of blood. For
Or three.
It's quite the trailer.
Oh, yeah. What? Oh, man, I missed what it said.
Oh, it was some sort of medication. I just don't know what.
Yeah, y'all have heard a lot tonight about what Starlight really is. But you still haven't
Seen the true monster behind the mask.
And the truth.
6 months ago, Starlight visited a clinic. She wasn't going for a checkup.
What the?
She found out
Oh, no.
that she was pregnant and she had an abortion.
Are those my medical records?
How do they get the medical records? Well, I shouldn't even ask.
She knew exactly what she was doing. So you want to tell me that those teens over there, that they're safe with her, with that baby killer?
Oh, shit. Easy, Annie.
Boy.
That's exactly what she wanted.
Frenchie. So embarrassing. I'm Firecracker's biggest fan. I was just looking for a souvenir.
Oh!
Giving it up for adoption? But no, she murdered it.
So you finally came to the...
Oh, no.
That's
exactly what they wanted.
Yep, it's just what they wanted. Firecracker's just gonna take a beating.
Boy,
Oh,
Yep, there it is.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, the liquid nitrogen.
Yep.
Ooh, she is working her.
I wonder if are they gonna let her take Firecracker out right on TV?
Come in and
How's that
stop
for
it.
uppity, Cracker?
Stop.
Look.
Well, there goes your
That's-
image.
First pebble down the mountain.
Let's get out of here.
No, plan A.
Yeah.
Get Annie.
Get up. Billy, come on, get up.
What is that thing gonna do?
You don't get to quit. Get up.
Oh,
Is that the end?
He just blacked out. No, he did some work.
What was that on his back?
Oh, look at the ceiling.
Yeah, it's body parts everywhere.
Holy shit.
You know why I used to call this the bad room?
Did you come back here just to torment those people? They were just following orders, Dr. Vogelbaum's.
But they followed them. I was a child.
They were scared. We have no physical power over you. We never did. You could have broken out of here anytime you wanted.
Yeah.
We couldn't have stopped you, but you didn't.
What an interesting point of view.
Your need for approval and for love
Oh, imagine that.
brought in the best psychologists in the world. You developed the protocol to carefully engineer that need so that you would be obedient.
What?
Your need for love is so deep. It's so human. You'll never be able to overcome that.
Where you're wrong. I'm not human, and neither is my son. And I'm gonna raise him so that he knows it. You know, I really do want to share with you why I called this the bad room.
Oh, she's... Goodbye. Dude, what a reveal on how they did that with psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. He could have left anytime he wanted. He could have lasered everybody in there. That's it.
Yeah, we never considered that.
Well, we didn't.
back.
You okay? He had that many powers from that young.
Wow. He's gonna help him out. He's gonna like take his shoes off and make him comfortable, see his ankles.
The shoes off.
Connie, boom, please stop. Stop being so nice to me.
Or is he just gonna tell him?
It was me.
Oh shit, he's doing it.
Was he?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was you?
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Hey, in for it now.
Oh. Yeah, that's the expected response.
Yeah, he's not even fighting back.
No. Not at all. Oh, come on. With this episode,
Sage is just controlling everything.
Look at the,
Oh, she's got the food.
Got you some of those fried pickles and ranch from Flavortown.
It's your way of apologizing.
I need a favor.
I don't get you, dude. Like, and then you tell me I'm like a superior being, which of course I liked, and that you're down to pound, which obviously I will.
I know. Most people, their brains grow till they're about
Here we go.
25,
Okay.
then stop forever. Mine doesn't. It regenerates constantly. Stab me in the heart, I die. Stab me in the brain, and the little fucking bitch grows back.
It wasn't the octopus.
I want you to put this inside me.
It's the worst dildo I've ever seen, but
No. In my eye. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
you folks were 100% correct.
Yeah, you were.
You give me a frontal lobotomy, and I don't have to fucking be me for a couple hours.
That explains
that's
it.
just gross.
I'll let you ask me while we watch the Kim and Ray J video.
Okay, so where are you going to put it? Just right there?
Oh,
Now
deep.
avoid the eye itself. I don't want to go blind.
Nope. Nope.
Now, use the hammer.
Hammer.
Tap, tap.
Tap tap.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, nope.
Hammer down. Now, scrape. Scrape.
Scrape.
Oh.
It's weird.
God.
Oh.
Yep, that's
Can't take
more
it.
than I'm ready for.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Hey, are you okay?
Uh-huh. So, hey. I have another flavor town for you. Mab.
But how is...
Did Huey know?
Exactly, that's what I'm wondering is how is that going to go?
Did she even tell him?
Look, I saw the firecracker thing. That asshole.
No, I shouldn't have lost it.
How could you not lose it? That was like the most private thing.
Okay.
Oh, he did know.
Have you talked to her?
She won't return my calls.
It's none of her business. Okay? It is nobody's business but yours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but they just blasted it.
I have to pick up something for my dad.
Yeah, something.
This episode's so wild.
It's all over the place.
So wild.
This is bullshit, right? You're not gonna forgive me.
You're right. I was gonna tell you to go f yourself, but I changed my mind. We're good.
Holy shit. I never thought I'd see the day.
No. Well, I mean, if not for A-Train, he never would have met Annie.
Dog wanker. What happened to me back
there? Maybe he's got superpowers and he didn't know it. It just took him being in some sort of extreme situation.
I think he just blacks out and it happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he gonna do it? I don't think he is.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Hey.
You okay?
Yeah. Tripped.
Tripped? Well, he did.
Kinda.
No, his face, on the other hand.
No. I just need some air.
What's that look? You see that look?
Yeah, what is going...
Oh, what the fuck?
Wait a minute.
Did she pick him? How the fuck did it get in there?
The fuck?
How would she know?
That's a great question too. How the fuck did she know?
Was she at the door?
Or does she have stuff? Well, remember it was bought.
Remember she
hugged him.
She hugged him.
I know, but she hugged him. But was
did you see all that?
Was she at the door?
Homelander is covered in blood.
Yeah, was she at
Look
the
at they
door?
welded the door shut.
He welded the fucking door.
Oh
my God.
Shit. So many. Holy shit. What an episode.
Yeah, this was the episode of the season. This was incredible. You know, the last episode left us with a lot of questions. This one really gave us some answers. And it's the crazy thing about this season is that everybody has something going on. Like they're all carrying some guilt about something. I think that was kind of the big thing with this episode. Now with Butcher, I'm thinking that's got to be like some kind of that little eel snake type thing in him. He passes out, something takes over in his body. He does the thing and then wakes back up. That's kind of where I'm leaning towards with that. But it's interesting that he said he injected some compound V 4 months ago and he doesn't think anything really happened and it didn't change anything as far as the amount of time he's got left. Or so he thinks.
Well,
maybe there's
he thinks
definitely
that pushed him forward.
Yeah, there's going to be more to that, but I wonder, is he not able to feel that little eel thing crawling around in his face? That's what I can't really place. But wow, what an episode! We finally got our answer with Sage, who was completely masterminding, being the puppet master behind everything in this episode, and everything went exactly the way that Vought wanted. Who knows what's going to happen with Starlight's whole team or whatever. The whole thing could be done for. I mean, it could all be completely finished, and she might have to go back kind of underground with the boys the way they were. I mean, who knows how that's going to play out. But, man, so much happened in this episode, and folks, you got to let me know if how you're feeling about it. But with the whole Homelander thing, it was so crazy because we know that Homelander's done just a ton of terrible stuff in this series. I mean,
anything and everything.
We need to bring up the airplane from the earlier seasons, but the way they're doing this episode, I dare say it's almost sympathetic. Like I didn't feel any much thing really for the doctors who were torturing him as a kid for getting their comeuppance essentially. So it's such a weird play on emotions, and it's like, okay, you're being in the moment of this season, but then you got to remember everything that was done in previous seasons and how terrible of a person Homelander is. So they're doing an amazing job with just telling these kind of weird kind of stories that kind of are pulling at your emotions one way or the other. So that's just fascinating. Of course, the reveal with Frenchie and Colin, I didn't expect to get that this soon because we have only had Colin for a handful of episodes, and now that is presumably done, I would think. I mean, maybe there'll be some more. Maybe Frenchie will try to apologize, but Colin said, hey, if you see him again, you're out of the picture, essentially. So I'm kind of wondering about how that little diversion is going to kind of go, I suppose. And then what's going to happen with Kimiko and that whole thing, trying to get back at where she was recruited from and what she's going to do with that. So we've got some side stories going on, but we still have our main team trying to accomplish the goal with Vought, and boy, they are just, I don't know if it's possible to be further behind the 8 ball than what they are now. I feel like they've gone further back than what they were in earlier seasons as far as having any kind of chance. The one bright spot is that I think we did get some kind of redemption out of A-Train, but again, another character who's no saint himself and has done absolutely horrible things in this series. So you're so conflicted. I think that's kind of the biggest thing with where I'm at with this episode is I'm conflicted.
Yeah. What I still get a kick out of is we've seen, everything happen on the show as far as, deletion scenes and all this other stuff. And yet I think, reacted the hardest at Butcher hitting his head on the faucet and Huey hitting his ankle on the forklift, because I think we could see ourselves doing that, because that would just, imagine just falling and hitting
those knobs.
The knobs in your shower. Oh, God. So I just thought that was a hell of a moment that we were all like, in unison over like the slightest jarring thing. But this episode, other than that, this episode was really interesting because you had Homelander going back to where he was, and it seemed like he got triggered by the guy saying it's my job. Yeah. But when Barbara came in, she was like telling Homelander too, they were all terrified of you when you were born, which he always thought right before this, correct me if I'm wrong, that he thought that he was a test tube and wasn't actually like born. But Barbara told him that, hey, you lasered out, so essentially your own C-section, umbilical cord still attached. You took out 3 doctors and a nurse. So yeah, of course they're all going to be terrified of you. And then the fact that, dude, you could have left whenever you wanted, and he chose to stay. And he always wanted that human love. And what's funny is they saw it at a young age, and he's still doing that to this day. So, I mean, I don't think this is, like, him doing that down there is going to really help him that much. It's not
at all.
I mean, he's smiling. I think he thinks he's fine until the next moment he sees himself in the mirror. And then he's going to be right back to where he was. And then meanwhile, he was gone the whole time during the firecracker thing, where they thought they had a plan with sharing that old news article. She hid it herself and then used it to her advantage. Mm-hmm. And so, like you said, they're one step ahead. So I think Frenchie was able to see what they had planned. And I was wondering he was going to go say something, but right as, you know, he got into his fight scene. And this was just... And then Ashley and A-Train, now they're on the same page for what? I mean, one is stealing a vial and the other one just took an upper decker. So, I mean, come on. But knowing Homelander, he's going to take you out either way. So they'll be interesting to see what their quote-unquote plan is to, you know, stick together. And, yeah, but just an episode that was all over the place. They all had their own stories. And then... what is going to happen to Simon Pegg? We didn't want him to go. No. You know, none of us did. We love Simon Pegg. So now maybe he's going to be around longer. Yep. And what are his powers going to be? And then I'm even...
Yeah, because Mom gave that look, and you and I both commented on it. And
like,
then all of a sudden,
what was that look? And because I know she came from behind to give him the hug. That's the easiest time she could easily pickpocket him. She had to have been in the doorway and seen him like look at it and put it back in his pocket. Is my only theory. So... really good episode. A way to like be the season, you know, mid-season finale, so to speak. Even though
and it's the second time we thought our team had leverage in this series, and they didn't. So when that gets taken away, that was crazy.
Yeah, this. I mean, I think for me, this episode, the strongest themes were just how everybody's dealing with the stuff that they have going on in their past, be it recent or very far back. Obviously, Homelander is going back for. I guess you could call it revenge, which I kind of agree with Mason Quinn. You know, everybody, if you've seen the movie Man on Fire, Denzel Washington, one of my favorite movies of all time, you haven't seen it?
Nope.
Okay, I'll stop there.
Neither have I.
I'll just stop right there. Well, an amazing movie. If you know, I hope we get to it for the channel. But I think what I'm going to mirror what Mason Quinn said is that I hate when people say I was just doing my job. I was just doing my job. It's different if you get put in a situation where you're being threatened by somebody and your friends and family are at risk, and if you try to make the right moral decision, it has other implications. And look, I think those situations are so few and far in between. But people who just say, "Well, I was just doing my job," it's like, okay. And Homelander brought up a really good point. It's like, well, you still knew what you were doing was wrong, and you choose to keep doing it because you like the pay or the security, or whatever. So, God, it was. Obviously, it's very tragic, and it was very aggressive, which is pretty, you know, on par for the boys. But it was hard to have sympathy there. Of course, we had a whole bunch of other characters: Starlight, Firecracker. We had Frenchie dealing with his back stuff. I think that story between Huey and A-Train, them dealing with their past. So I think that was kind of the thing they were showing here is, you know, very difficult things that people dealt with in the past, and how you deal with those, whether you're spinning it to make it, you know, your own narrative or whatever. But that was very powerful. It was, you know, Answer touched on it a little bit, but I'd like to go into it a little bit more. It was very interesting what they said about Homelander, that they knew they couldn't contain him physically, so they had to bring in all the top psychologists and essentially make him feel like he always needed to keep other people happy, which is weird because, you know, we're now into our 4th season, and, you know, they've dabbled a little bit in his background, and you never think of that. Like, okay, what room did they have him in where they
keep him
that would keep him?
Well, it was disappointed, but the main thing was love.
Yeah. You know, and that's what we've seen, you know, that's consistently, like you know, with Stillwell and everything moving forward, and you know, so that's been the theme with Homelander. So that was really interesting that they did that. Of course, they went, you know, as far over the top as you would expect. Very interesting with Butcher, you know, that he said he injected himself with Compound V, and it just is pushing him closer to the end. But clearly, there's things going on there that he doesn't realize, and they've made it very, you know, they made it kind of, you know, in the previous episodes where they show the little thing squiggling around. Now something drastically larger was in his back, and he loses consciousness and essentially explodes. That preacher, I forget his name. But so, I don't know that his use of Compound V, Zeke. I don't know that his use of Compound.
Couldn't remember his name either.
Compound V really ended up how he thought it was. Like, maybe he doesn't even know what's going on there. As far as Huey and his dad, you know, it's this is obviously just a wild show, but my dad was in a similar situation. He didn't have a stroke, but he fell and hit his head, and you know, we had him on, you know, ventilation and tubes and stuff like that, and, you know, we had to make the decisions. His was a little bit different. He damaged the part of his brain that controls his breathing and stuff. It wasn't like we take out a feeding tube and he starves. But it was similar, and it's a super hard decision to make when it's your family member, and and so it was like you sympathize with Huey here. I think that his mom was watching from the door as he pulled the vial out and looked. And it's interesting because the mom came in and essentially took the power away from Huey to make that decision, because she was the medical POA, and Huey wasn't going to do it. And I think the mom realized that that's what he wanted. He couldn't do it. He couldn't make that decision. So the mom's like, okay, well,
make it for you.
I'll make the decision. This is what you want, but you can't quite do it. I'll make this decision for you. And it was a very powerful statement by the mom. So I think this is one of the more well-written episodes of The Boys that I've seen in a very long time. We saw teasers. I think it was in the trailer, and then online you saw teasers, that final scene with Homelander where he's just covered in what is clearly more than just blood. But so we finally got that reveal. But as far as season 4, I think this is hands down the best episode.
I would agree.
As far as the writing, as far as the action, as far as all the holy shit moments that you're used to from The Boys. And I really think Homelander's acting in this one was just top notch. I mean, look, Antony Starr. That's what I said was Antony.
You sounded like Anthony.
No, I said Antony. I said very.
I heard him, folks.
He said.
I said
he doesn't want to get it wrong. He doesn't want Homelander coming into the studio
lately, so I just want to make sure.
Something with Henry Cavill.
Cavill, like travel. Oh, I said Antony. I was very, very clear. But ironically enough, I said
spell that on the whiteboard for
I
me?
said Antony Starr, so I still got it wrong. Antony Starr, he's been so good as Homelander, but he took it to a really different level for this episode. So big shout out to Antony.
For me, just having some fun. Just for me, I thought this was a dark, grim episode. But when I say that, I'm not saying that in a negative light. I'm saying that as I appreciate it, because these kind of episodes, when the writers do this for movies, TV, whatever it may be, for me, it's making me feel something, whether it's uncomfortable or like, whoa, or like, booing, cheering, whatever the emotion may be. This definitely, I was wondering how far we were going to go with some darkness here, because it felt like, they're like, with at least Homelander, this is how I felt. I'm not sure if anyone else feels this way, but each time we kept like inching, like a little bit more. But then we got to go over here to these characters. So now we're back to Homelander. Yeah. Now it's just like, all right, a little bit more. Oh, we're going to go over here now. We're going to come back. But I just thought it was great. I appreciate the darkness, because to me, if we don't take some, or if they don't take any chances, then, if you're not feeling something, then it's probably maybe boring for some, or there's just no connection to whatever may be presented, whether it's happy, sad, whatever it is. So kudos for pushing it a little bit on the dark side. You're just great on that.
Little bit.
The A-Train Ashley segment there. Great comedy. I love Ashley. Her character is great in here, because she is I don't want to say a coward antagonist, because she's not, because she just gets scared, and who wouldn't in that position, not having powers. But the way she is able to present the fear, and then still kind of fuck around with A-Train, knowing that he could do something if he wanted to, because he's just like that. He could make her disappear in a second. So the way she still push with him and kind of give him shit a little bit, and then him give it back to her, pretty solid friendship almost. Maybe not a full-out friendship, but their relationship now is going to get a little bit tighter, whether they're friends or not. They got a good understanding now moving forward. Both can be pretty off real quick if Homelander even gets a whiff of anything going on. And folks, I'm interested to see what your thoughts are on this. I thought with A-Train zooming in, and they, on the bottom of your screen there, had that magazine or book, whatever it was, flip open. I'm curious if Homelander is going to be what gives
it wasn't for no reason.
Yeah. Or if it's just something to show that, hey, he's speeding in.
Yeah,
could be that too. So I'm looking forward to your thoughts on that.
But think about if you were reading a book or a magazine that you were really, really into, and you're like, okay, this is a story I'm really into. I'm going to set it down. You would remember what page you were on.
It was closed. and then it blew
Or,
open.
oh yeah, but but I mean, if you
Either
were
way.
if you
either way,
if
you would
were
know.
reading something, whether it be a page or whether you closed it and then you came back and it was open, you would know. And you have to imagine he's got some sort of security system. I don't know, you know,
you'd think
motion detection.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
it's in Vought building, so
this is true.
And I was completely wrong. Can we talk about Sage getting a lobotomy? Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
Cut
Go ahead.
me off already. Two things in.
Come to
cuts
the
me
eye.
off.
Come to the eye.
All right, so real quick too with
it doesn't have to be quick. Take your time.
No, with this one, folks, I'm not even going to pretend to remember at all. So please let me know if we had some hints or maybe something revealing in earlier seasons with Annie and Huey, because I feel like if I forgot, that's obviously 100% on me, but I don't recall right now in this moment, and maybe I need to, after this, maybe go at least look up some stuff. But in this moment, I don't recall the that huge news about her.
I didn't recall
at 6
that.
weeks.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
know if it's a
recall any
YouTube
of
safe word, so that's why I'm not saying it, folks.
I don't think that story was in anything, and I think that was kind of the shocker here.
Right.
And then I think they, you know, it was
At least that's how I took it.
Yeah, I took that as kind of being this is the first reveal, and then of course, you know, you're like, okay, well, who knew about it? And Huey knew about it, of course. But that was, I think that was the first reveal. I don't think we missed it.
Yeah, I mean, super. Call me Captain.
We of course we, you know, Dave had seen him previously, but
And months prior.
Mason Quinn and I have seen it much more
Recently.
recently, and I don't recall that storyline. being
And they said it happened, what, 6 months ago or so?
Well, no,
When,
they-
when did she
at
say
6
that it
weeks.
happened? Well, I
That's
know at
when
6
the
weeks,
appointment.
but I was saying when they say how long
I think,
ago she
yeah,
did
I
it.
think Firecracker did say 6 months ago.
Because I was going to say, because
It
how
could've
big of a time jump was between season 3 and 4,
So
that it could have
season
happened
3
in
and
that
season
off
4
time.
was about
Yep.
6 months.
Yeah.
And then
Let's
to
say
your
that, yeah.
point, real quick sidetrack here,
Yeah.
when you were saying about
Sage.
Butcher's timeline. Butcher at the end of season 3 when he was talking to the doctor was 12 to 18 months, but now it got shaved down to 6 months.
Yep.
Because
So,
of,
time
you know,
up.
Homelander saying that here. But again, obviously it's an incredibly sensitive subject here, so I'm not going to dive into too much of it 'cause I just don't have enough experience with it. But I can imagine it's a easy decision regardless of real life with the characters there. Obviously Annie had like a lot of it, to me, showing a little bit of guilt, but a lot of remorse for doing it. So I thought that was a pretty powerful moment in here, especially with Huey getting her back and knowing, hey, this is, and that is some incredibly private matters. So for Firecracker to get those, and I can't believe I even asked the question, how did she get those? They're soups.
Yeah,
Of course they can get it, right?
And it's bought. They own
it's bought.
everything.
And so again, incredibly powerful moment there between those two. And then with the Sage and Deep comedy, going over there now.
Yeah.
The Sage and Deep comedy.
It wasn't an octopus.
Yeah, we were 100%.
We were wrong.
I want to call out, I said 50% of me wasn't sure. Just saying, not saying I was right, but I had a feeling.
I think
He's
they
not saying he's right, but he's not saying he was wrong.
I think they purposely
I'm just
swerved
in the
us
middle.
a little bit, showing Ambrosia and then eating something
I'm
that
going to
could
blame
be-
us for that because some people on Patreon and YouTube said they're pretty sure octopuses don't have red for their blood.
red
So
blood,
that's
I
on us.
didn't have my Google
That's on
machine in
us.
front of me to find.
I will
And I
say though,
think in this episode, Deep would have had some words to say if it would have been the octopus.
Well, and he would know what it would.
been.
Yeah.
I don't mean this as bad as it's going to
Tilda
sound.
Swinton
I
as
don't
the
mean
voice
this as
of
bad as it's
octopus.
going to sound. I think he would have a sense of what it would taste like.
Well, remember,
blooming
Homelander
onion.
already made him eat an octopus, right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
it
that's why I
wasn't
was
cooked and deep
questioning
fried.
in the last one, like, why would they rewrite
Do
for
that
him
again.
to do it again? Because I
Yeah.
feel like for that kind of writing, that would be the Fear of the Walking Dead kind of writing right there.
the only thing I will say about the lobotomy thing is I think traditionally, and look, we're not brain
not
surgeons
doctors.
here.
So
you can tell us how
we're going to go
I
there.
think anytime you hear the term lobotomy, you think of the very classic removal of the top portion of the skull that we've seen in previous movies and that sort of thing. I don't know how a lobotomy would be done, but a giant poker in through the side of the eye to scrape. It seems very crude, and it doesn't seem like just put it in and scrape.
Well, if you got to have it done,
so
Deep's the guy you want to do it, right?
I
He's
have
got a steady hand.
I have a hard time believing that anybody was just like, this spike this big was for a lobotomy while they were watching the
at the
episode.
time.
Of course, because I think there were some people who might have jumped ahead of where we were at and were able to say, "Hey, this is what happened,"
Which is good because like,
we
were
saw
questioning.
the next episode.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time believing there was a lot of people, unless like that's something that they're into researching, and I don't even know, obviously scientifically, if a 12-inch spike can be used to go through the side of the eye.
Let us know.
With
Well,
any
you
sort
guys are
of
smarter.
With any look, they're doing robots microsurgery now, and that seems a little. But it was pretty hilarious.
Yeah. So their comedy is great. Love what they're doing with those two so far. It's just, and then Sage, of course, herself, still masterminding this whole. I don't want to call it a full outright attack, but that's her master plan is coming together. So that's interesting too. Huey and the dad, like, how did the? Unless I missed something here, folks. Obviously, that could happen to me. So unless I missed something, how did the mom know that Huey had it? Or did she, maybe she didn't know because she works for Vought. Maybe those oils weren't oils. And then ended up.
Oh, yeah, that's
doing
right. She had those. She
Right?
sold like.
I think
Or am
she
I
was.
wrong on
I
that?
think she was standing at the door. She saw him. Like that's what we
at
didn't
him.
see. She saw him take it out, look at his dad with conflict, put it back in the pocket. They showed the embrace. He had a loose-ish jacket on. It was the blue, like she had essential oils and stuff, but they showed it very clearly, the blue in there. I think she knows that's again. That was my take. Is that, and I think
she
Answer
had a
said
look.
that too. That maybe she was at the door watching because we
she could have
didn't see
easily
that
done.
background.
Well, and the thing we got to remember too is that the boys, our crew, has been in the news, and Huey was
Huey's-
working for Valorie Neuman. So you got to believe that if his mom was kind of watching from the outside and keeping tabs on her son a little bit, potentially
let's
she
also
could know.
not forget that it became public news that Compound V existed.
Yeah,
like that was leaked that it existed.
And that Vought was making
superheroes. Because remember that was a huge tiff between Starlight and her mom when they found out that superheroes were made and not born, and that it was Compound V. And there's probably pictures of the blue vials and stuff. So when mom, if she was in the doorway and saw him with the blue vials, she was probably like, okay. This is what I think it is.
I was going to say, I didn't think Simon Pegg would have that easy of a payday.
No.
Okay, Simon, just lay in the bed.
Lay in the bed. We're going to attach tubes to you and stuff. But
and with Frenchie, I'm not done. I'm bringing up all these points in the episode.
Wow.
Frenchie and the Frenchie reveal was pretty interesting too. I wasn't expecting it in episode 4, but now that I think about it out loud, we got 4 left. I thought it was maybe coming like in episode 6, 7.
Yes.
I'm not complaining. It was great to see it. I feel like Colin now might turn into a red shirt. I feel like we had that build and that arc go.
He served his purpose, basically.
Yeah. So
but now he might turn to the other side.
Wow.
Well, and there was that guy
because he doesn't want to see Frenchie anymore
in Annie's office who was watching the stuff on the laptop.
That has to come.
So that's
got
to come back
point,
eventually.
right?
The guy with the glasses. So.
Yeah. So at least that's how I kind of feel right now. Until we see more, maybe Colin's gonna see an impending death. I'm just all about death because this episode.
He's all about red shirts.
And
folks.
then Homelander. Wow. What again? The ride that Homelander took us on here in this episode was just insane. All the way to you do that motion in front of all of us, and then it happens, and then
squirt.
Just the whole thing.
Just
the guy
his laugh.
Frank beforehand,
Come on, spit on it.
Basically doing the same thing to him. Jeez,
that's what he said.
Just going off over there, and then the way he welded that door shut too, and that reveal with this. To me, that psychologist line was kind of mind blowing. I guess part of me should have took that as a scenario to think about, but that was nowhere near on my radar because I just thought it was just some kind of issues growing up, the way they kind of brought Homelander up. But wow, just an overall. Let's just say the line was right here. We just took a rocket ship up into the next episode. So
yeah, and I thought when Barbara walked in and was like, "Homelander, stop this," and put him on, I thought she had somewhat control over him.
Yes.
Boy,
they made it feel like she was. It's interesting that you brought that up because they made it feel like her relationship with him was drastically different. Because everybody else was very timid, very whatever, and she
came in
and she talked straight to him. She was very level, and
almost comfortable.
Yeah, and maybe she knew that's what she knows. Maybe she had known that's what he needed because he's so used to everybody being scared around him and whatever. Like, okay, you have to level with him. You know, you have to level with him, and because I mean, how many times in 4 seasons have we ever seen anybody even try to level with Homelander?
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, that's why you like Sage. So this was a great, this was a great episode, great mid-season finale.
Oh,
so we cannot wait for more. So hopefully you're just as excited as we are. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.